What is magical realism? Start with an ordinary world that accepts one impossible fact. Magical realism presents something extraordinary or impossible inside a recognizable world, without treating it as a separate magic system that needs to be explained. The impossible belongs to ordinary life. Characters may notice its consequences, but the narration does not stop to prove that it can happen. That definition becomes clearer in one sentence. Every lie told in the town adds another step to the courthouse staircase, and residents complain mainly about the climb. The staircase is impossible. The courthouse, the lying, and the complaints are ordinary parts of civic life. The residents' reaction is doing important work. They do not gather to discover the staircase's spell. They complain about their knees, move meetings downstairs, and count new steps after an election. The impossible fact stays present, while the story's attention remains on recognizable human behavior. But matter-of-fact tone is only the beginning. A fantasy story could also place magic in a familiar town, and not every fantasy explains every power. A useful distinction is emphasis. Fantasy may make the supernatural problems central, while magical realism often uses the marvelous to reveal the reality already surrounding it. That overlap is why the label needs care. Magical realism has a contested history and a particularly strong association with Latin American literature. It has been used to hold histories, communities, and realities that official accounts fail to contain. Random strangeness or an exotic backdrop does not carry that work by itself. So use a practical test, not a label shortcut. First, begin with a pressure readers can recognize before anything impossible appears. In this town, public officials lie, residents depend on the courthouse, and older or disabled people already face the steepest cost when access becomes difficult. Now give that pressure a physical impossibility. Each public lie adds one stone step to the courthouse. Keep the rules simple enough to remember. The story does not need a spell book, a chosen caster, or an origin scene, because the staircase expresses a problem that already exists. The next choice is how people respond. The council moves public meetings to a ground floor records room. Children count new steps after elections. Shopkeepers warn customers when the climb becomes longer. Nobody explains why stone appears. Everyone changes a routine because it does. Those adaptations expose the real consequence. Residents keep climbing, while the officials whose lies create the steps enter through a private door behind the building. The impossible staircase now makes power visible. It is not only an unusual image, it changes who waits, who hurts, and who remains protected. Now the paragraph can be rewritten. Every lie told inside the courthouse added another step to its front staircase. After elections, children counted the new stones while the council moved meetings downstairs. Residents complained about the climb. The councilors arrived through a level private door at the back. Read it once more without the labels. The paragraph never explains the staircase, yet it is not empty mystery. The town's routines make the impossible believable inside the story, and the private entrance reveals why the image matters. That is the effect this exercise is designed to produce. Before you use the label, test the paragraph in plain craft terms. Can a reader name the ordinary pressure? Can they see what impossible detail gives it form? Do characters adapt in recognizable ways? Does the result reveal a consequence larger than surprise? If one answer is missing, revise the scene before deciding what genre name belongs on it. In NovelOS Studio, place the courthouse scene in Blueprint, record its rule and ordinary response in world and lore, and draft the revised paragraph in manuscript. The software does not decide whether the passage is magical realism. It keeps the writer's chosen pressure, sequence, context, and prose close enough to inspect together. That is the buying decision. NovelOS Studio fits a solo novelist who wants planning, story records, and manuscript pages in one local desktop project on Windows or Mac OS. Its core writing workflow works offline. If that matches how you write, it costs $45 once, with no subscription. Keep the impossible tied to the real story. Plan and draft the consequence in NovelOS Studio. $45 once. No subscription. Visit NovelOS Studio.